Welcome to Flipped Instruction Lesson number 1. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, how much is a box worth? Today, we're going to explore the role of identity of oneself. We're going to learn about truisms and what happens when you combine text and images. We're going to use a shoebox to create a personal box of one's self. Now, after you're done watching this video, I want you to go on YouTube, search the internet. You're allowed to use Wikipedia for this. I want you to bring to class tomorrow 2 pieces of information for these 3 artists I'm going to say. So grab a piece of paper right now and write down these names. The first one being Joseph Cornell. And I'll tell you a little bit about them for you, just so you know. Now, Joseph Cornell, he's most famous for working with boxes and placing images and items inside of boxes and making some sort of expression with that. He uses juxtaposition and nostalgic appeal. All right, the next artist is Jenny Holzer. That's Holzer. Now, she uses words and she broadcasts her ideas in these huge public spaces. She uses streets, public buildings. She uses media that blends in with the urban scape. She's done buildings all over the world. She covers them with words and text, and she's most known for her truisms. And the last artist, which once you Google, you'll be very familiar with, Barbara Kruger. She uses pictures and words in a broadcast assortment, and she uses the media and installation sites. She uses ideas of power and representation. She combines black and white images and overlays them with thought-provoking text. Her themes are typically on the idea of social disenfranchisement and human rights. Now, I want you to come to class tomorrow knowing what a truism is. So in order to do that, I'll give you a small definition here and an example. I also want you to come to school tomorrow with one sentence explaining what you think a truism is, or come to class with a truism written, whichever is easiest for you. Okay, so Jenny Holzer, one of the artists that you'll be researching tonight, she has come up with the idea. Now, a truism typically at first seems a little strange or meaningless. An example of a truism is a man can't know what it is to be a mother. Sounds strange and meaningless, right? A man can't know what it is to be a mother. So, after you read things such as that truism given, you'll later understand as part of many people's belief system, including your own, you'll find. So, I want you to research that. Research Jenny Holzer truism, and you'll be able to find plenty of ideas. Now that you've done a little bit of research on these artists and this topic that we're going to be doing in class, I want you to be aware of some of the things that we're going to use tomorrow during our assignment. Some of the materials needed is you're going to need to supply yourself with a shoebox. Any shoebox, ask your mom, ask your dad. You should be able to find a shoebox. If not, I have a few in the classroom for you to use. Now, I want you to come to class with a few photos from home. I'd say no more than 3. Use a photo that pertains to you, something sentimental. I'm also going to have a stack of magazines for you to use because we're going to be cutting out. You'll later learn this. Also, newspapers are good. We're going to obviously be using rubber cement, and glue to adhere the materials to the shoebox. Scissors, obviously, paper, obviously, construction paper, and any other found objects you'd like to bring in within a reasonable size to put into the shoebox. Now for my teacher-made example, I'm going to show you the truism that I made, the photo that I made, and ultimately the box that ended up being my own identity. The truism that I chose was I would rather carry 10 plastic grocery bags in each hand than make 2 trips. Now that's very true. I'm very lazy after I've been grocery shopping. I don't want to make 2 trips. Do you want to make 2 trips? I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. So, based off of the truism that I chose to use a picture that I took personally of a twisted staircase. It works. I don't like going upstairs with with all these groceries, which is why I like to make one trip. So here is my teacher-made example. Now I use a shoebox, I use newspaper, I used plastic bags, grocery bags that I had, I used vegetable stickers that I've peeled off of my vegetables, and I just used this. I would rather carry 10 plastic grocery bags in each hand than make 2 trips. Now, on the inside you'll see I have covered the right side in all plastic bags. And that's just how I did it. You can create your box to anything you want to be. It's personal. It's about you. There's no wrong that you can do. Now here's my image of the ascending staircase. And this is my identity box, my truism, my identity box, something that makes me me. And there's no wrong that you can do, like I've said. So when you come to class tomorrow, I expect you to know who Joseph Cornell is, Jenny Holzer, and Barbara Kruger. I also expect you to know what a truism is. And below this video, I have listed a few websites for you to go to make it easier on you, and I hope that you find this. Also, don't forget to fill out the questionnaire at the bottom of this video so I know that you watch this, I know that we're on the same page, and I can help you out if you have any questions at all. And also, don't be afraid to ask me. Shoot me an email or ask me before class. No problem. Well, have a great night, students. Bye-bye.